Greetings, kin folks. And for those who are new, I welcome you too. And before we jump right into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below so that you will always be able to know when I upload a video. Okay? Don't come, never mind. But oh yeah, and hit the post notification bell. Oh yeah, you hit the subscribe button if you so that way we can stay in tune. But if you hit that notification bell, okay, that's gonna be there to let you know when I upload a video. I made that rhyme and it didn't make that much sense. Yeah, and then write some comments below and some questions, some topics, some ideas. Did I say ask some questions? All right, well, let's do that. Okay? All right, now let's get into the video. Okay. Welcome back. Yes, it's me. Thank y'all for having me. Okay, I'm not gonna keep playing with this bra strap because this, I already knew when I put this shirt on. This shirt was not bra strap ready, but we ain't even gonna talk about that. But let me let y'all know, I got my notes with me. So if you see me looking down like a news reporter, it's because I got my notes so I can remember some of the stuff that I said I was gonna talk to y'all about, okay? So this is the next talk, all right? So in this next talk, it's all about understanding your maturity. It's not all about just being able to pay your bills, mortgages, rent, or car notes. Okay? That doesn't make you mature, people, because you're already trained, educated, and influenced to make sure you do that. Okay? To be able to pay your bills, your rent, mortgage, car notes, be able to buy a house if you want to buy a house. And just because you buy a house don't make you more mature than somebody who prefers to rent, because you don't know what their mindset is like for them to want to decide to pay or rent for the rest of their life opposed to buying a house. And let me give my 2 cents, because I have seen over the years, when it comes to real estate, people buy houses, pass it on to their children or family members, and then they don't take care of the house. They just let the house sit there and rot. So you got them type of mentalities of people. Because sometimes when you really think about it, you know, when your parents buy houses, your guardians buy houses, or other family members buy houses, when you think about it, they bought that house 30 years ago and it's not that well kept up, we don't want it. And a lot of times if the children grew up in that house, they don't want to come back and live in that same house unless they can't really afford to live nowhere else and they're forced to come back to live in that house. But we also got to get out of this mindset, because what you buy and do for you, and somebody who's not like you with a different mindset don't want to do as much as you do, does not make them less of an achiever. Okay? Keep that in mind, because we really got to get out of the mindset of comparing ourselves to other people. And I bear witness to that, because sometimes I still do it. I keep making a mistake and saying, well, the people out there, the people my age are doing such and such, and why am I not able to do? And then I have to think about, well, Anita, you got to remember, you're a different type of species. Stop comparing yourself to these people who are so caught up in trends. Because some people, whether you realize it or not, y'all do what y'all see pop up on social media. which y'all hear about on the radio, which trending on Fashion Mark or on television. Don't lie. Some of y'all do that. I remember when I was little, I used to see the older women wear the wigs and stuff and put on all this makeup. Then there was a point in time where it wasn't a trend. Now it's trending wigs, except for they may not have the kind with the wool thing up in there that'll pull all your hair out. I mean, but people, they got these front laces that have to put glue up there and still pulling their hair out. But and it's not to judge women who wear wigs, because some women wear wigs due to medical reasons or to start their natural hair growth and just to cover it up until it grows to a certain degree. Some women say they like to wear wigs just to switch it up. And it's okay. I'm not judging you for that. But you gotta admit there's a trend. All these lace fronts and eyelashes, do what you gotta do to beautify you, but don't do it because everybody else is doing it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't do it and try to compare yourself. And once you're a part of the trend and whoever else isn't a part of that trend, no need to look down on them, because you got to remember, just like you have something to say about them, they have something to say about you. They was like, well, at least I'm not a follower. What you think about that? Just because they not doing what you do, it doesn't make them a follower. And trending situations also tells you, because you can't be as creative as you want to be, then you'll wait on the new trend to get creative. Or not even to get creative, just to do what somebody else do, just to say, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it too. I can keep up. Who cares if you can keep up with the Joneses? And I'm not speaking about everybody, because only a hit dog will holler. If you feel like my words is hitting hard at home, then I'm talking about you. But I'm not pointing the finger, because like I said, I had been guilty and sometimes still find myself comparing myself to outside forces and sources. So let's not get it twisted. Maturity does not say because you can have these material things, it makes you mature. So I know you probably say, well, then Anita, what makes you mature? Maturity, let's take away all the material things. Let's talk about spiritual maturity, mental maturity, and emotional. Let's get rid of the material stuff on the physical level. Because it's how you handle yourself, how you're able to relate to people, and not allow anyone outside of yourself to provoke you. Not feel like you have to blame somebody for making you make a decision. That's like someone holding a mental gun to your mental head, and you getting robbed of your rights. That doesn't really make sense. We always want to say, oh, why you make me do that? But I'm gonna tell you, it's a programming. It's a programming. Television tell lies to you visually, programming, TV programming. With these shows, pay attention. Pay attention to the enactment, It's not called television programming for nothing. You're watching these shows and don't even realize subliminally you're being programmed and thinking later on down the line, I gotta have a family like the Cosbys from the Cosby Show. I gotta have a lifestyle from those who are from the 70s, like Leave It to Beaver's family. And what's one of them shows today? A lot of people might try to relate to or fashion their life after. I don't know. I don't watch TV. And I dang sure don't watch the news. Too much violence. My sister ain't got time. Too much telling us about what they done already planned for us from the book of revealings. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So now you're revealing to us and already know, y'all, we already knew. Because it said it was going to be revealed, this. It doesn't necessarily mean all that is going to happen. Because man has a plan and the Most High is the best of planners. Okay. So, you know, when you're dealing with emotional maturity, being able to handle things that does not go your way in an emotional fashion, being able to control your emotions and not allow yourself to react or to act, if you're not just acting again, you know, but if you're acting again on the same type of situation and you continue to react, that's when it becomes react. But if you allow yourself to get emotionally aroused, and I'm not saying that it's not okay to be angry. It's not okay to be sad, because that's a part of emotions. But when you have no control over your emotions, which you really do, but you choose not to because you say, well, I can't. And when you say, I can't, you have already set yourself up for failure. When you say you can't control something that's in your mind, in your heart, or on your body. For you to want to hit another woman, hit another man, shoot somebody, kill somebody. You don't have emotional control. You're not emotionally mature. That's why we try to teach our children at a young age how to conduct themselves, and don't allow yourself to be put in a position where you allow yourself, not someone else, but you allow yourself to be controlled by words coming out of somebody else's mouth or by somebody else's doing to manipulate you into thinking you need to do what they're doing. Are you a leader or are you a follower? Are you going to constantly follow someone because they're doing? You got to be obligated to you and be responsible for you. You think you got friends. Let me tell you, the word friends have two words in it. One of them is shortened, fry-in. Somewhere around Friday is going to end. Ain't no real friends. Okay? You're either my sister, you're my brother, you're my mama. You know, I mean, when it comes to people, you know, and if it's an elder, you know, I might refer to them as my mother, you know, the elder sister or something like that, you know, but we got to be responsible. And in order to be responsible for how we feel, because some people don't even think before they act. They just act. They just walk off the cliff, not thinking about there's a cliff up ahead. Halt, turn your ass around. Oops, excuse me, did I say that? Halt, turn around. Or go stand close enough where you can look over the edge. If you're curious and nosy and want to see what's over the edge, you will see it's a long drop. You know, examine it, because it may not be that long of a drop. You can just jump and it be not that far to land. Stop blaming other people for the things you do. Stop blaming other people for staying in bad situations. When are you going to take responsibility for you? Here's another scenario for those people who need to know. I get it. When people do stuff for you, you feel like you need to do something for them. You feel like you need to do something for them because they did it for you and they offered it to you. Here are some words of wisdom. Okay? I learned this somewhere around in my 40s. Yeah, somewhere around there. You know. Because I had to realize when someone did something for me, and I know I didn't ask them to do it, I didn't ask for your help. But if you offer it to me and I see it, something that I need or like or want, I'm going to accept it and say thank you. And I'm going to pay it forward because someone else may come along and I might see similar situation, if not similar, but be willing to give and be able to give at that time. You have to be careful of people who give you things and offer you things and opportunities because it may be from selfish reasons. Some people will do for you, give you just to trap you if you don't have a mind of your own to know. Sometimes you might even have to ask. If your intuition tells you something don't feel right about this gift or this opportunity. So you may have to make a verbal contract to them like they made one to you, or a contract right into the contract that they're giving to you. Like, okay, so you're giving this to me because I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for this opportunity. Yeah, it came along at the right time, but it could be temptation. Temptation to get you stuck in situations where you know later on, and later on could be a second later, 2 minutes later, you're not happy. You know in your heart you're not happy in that situation, but you're there because you fell for the okie doke because you didn't intuitively tune into your feelings. And you may have been feeling it, but thinking, oh, because the Bible said, or the Quran said, or the Torah said, or the Book of Gilgamesh Epic said, that I must give back to this person who gave me an opportunity. No. If anything, you know, someone gives something to me, I thank them, I respect you, especially if it was a great opportunity. But don't think I'm going to bow down to you for the rest of my life because of it. Okay? Because if you stray off the path and then tell me, oh, well, because I gave you this opportunity, remember, you are different. You are a different being. Just like you don't want to compare yourself to other people, you don't have to obligate yourself to other people. You're not obligated to no one but yourself. Remember that. Because people will have you in some messed up situations because they did something for you. But then I'm gonna just turn around because if I didn't even ask to find out why they're doing this for me, why are you giving me this opportunity? Come on now, tell me. Why are you giving me this? I ain't doing nothing for you. Come on now, tell me. But if they get me caught up because I wasn't thinking in the beginning, I'm gonna be like, you got me messed up. And I'm trying to make sure if there's money involved, I may just have to be like, turn that down. Some of y'all will be like, I'm signing on a dotted line, and then get yourself caught up in something later, and you have to pay with your life or with somebody else's life close to you that you love. That's why it says what it is. I don't know, but it could be spirit. Your intuition says question that spirit to see if it's worthy. Okay? Because you're top value. You're top value. You way beyond the dollar. Can't nothing compare to you but you. And to the next person, can't nothing compare to you but you. So don't fall for that okie doke type traditional old line, conniving, manipulative type way of being pulled into opportunities and giving gifts just so this other person who's giving it to you can satisfy their own selfish, conniving, manipulative reasons. Because that happens. It happens. Even in love situations. Men and women that get you caught up because they do stuff for you and then make you feel guilty if you try to leave the situation. Don't play them guilt trip games on me. I see you want to take my power. I see how much I'm valued, but you ain't getting none of this, my partner. And I'm gonna tell you something, FYI, on down the line, if I get tricked later on down the line, it may have been a bigger trickery or manipulative game someone plays. So, I'm not saying I know all the games, but if you are your sister's keeper, brother's keeper, tap me on the shoulder and help me out, because we even as we think we're so mature and we know it all, sometimes we have to be reminded because we forget. Like, Anita, he tricking you. And I'm like, what you see that I don't see? I don't see what you talking about. Oh, he tricking me, he's so fine. Like, girl, that's how he tricking you. He can tell you anything because you blinded by his beauty. Thank you, my sister, because I'm gonna be like, oh, give myself some time to think on that. Because when it's demon time, it comes in different disguises. It can come as your pet. It can come as your child. It can come as your lover, your husband, your wife, whoever. All right? It can come as your own thoughts. Because when you intoxicate yourself by using whatever things you use to drink and put into your system, and if you don't have control over yourself when you put that stuff in you, you don't know what can possess you. And then don't look at me right now talking about, what you talking about possession? No such thing. I'm pretty sure you see people every day get on these little shows, these cheating shows, or you've experienced in person where your girlfriend or your boyfriend said they were under the influence and didn't know what they were doing when they slept with your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your husband, your wife. Because alcohol, okay? Another name for alcohol is spirits. They know whoever advertised it, the liquor store as spirit store, the place where spirits, they know what they talking about. They know. Y'all are so blinded. Stuff be right in your face and you don't see. That's how you know you're under somebody's spell. Because a lot of you live in this world so blinded to stuff that's right in your face. Y'all will vote for a president who's having some Alzheimer kind of mental problems, telling y'all to do things and leading y'all off the path. I'm like, what kind of leader? He ain't my leader. You know what I'm saying? Well, she ain't my leader. Depending on, you know, if it's your country, you could be for a company, go work for somebody in a company and not even know what kind of products you're selling or services you're selling. You know, I know, you know, because, you know, I have been in certain situations like this, but I've awakened to it because I ended up becoming a rebel in the job and ended up losing it. All right, no problem, okay? But at least I woke up and realized what I was doing. Yet some of y'all end up in relationships with people because they gave you an opportunity or because they helped you because you was down, and they used that as an opportunity for their own selfish, manipulative, conniving reasons, and then get pregnant by you or get you pregnant to think that they're gonna have you stuck in the relationship. And I don't know. I'm like, y'all, have y'all not seen the movie? For those who are manipulative like that, I'm talking to the manipulative ones if they're watching. Haven't y'all seen the movie? That doesn't work no more. You can't hold a person down with a child. Doesn't mean the mother or father isn't gonna be in their life, but come on now, don't try to get me stuck. If anything, that should motivate some of y'all who get put into those positions to work harder and smarter. So if y'all really want to know the devil tricks, then, because you know they say the devil is the master of tricks, so that means you need to make sure you get schooled and learned very well to learn these tricks. So when anyone who comes with the tricks, you'd be like, you can't trick the trickster because the trickster cannot be tricked. I have my master's degree now, so now I see your bull pit. You know what I'm talking about? But anyhow, yeah, so let's on to the next one. So as we get up in age and maturity, we do find ourselves becoming more in tune with our spirituality because we find it's very important. Sometimes life traumas and triggers open us up to realizing that we're more than just a human being. And it's not just important as you get up in age. It's very important throughout life. And spirituality and religion are two different things. Religions are rituals and practices guided for you utilizing books written by men. Whereas spirituality sometimes are signs, symbols, and synchronicities given to you from within that only you bear witness to, that no one else can attest to unless they've experienced it themselves. Did I make myself clear with religion practices opposed to spirituality? Because we are spirit beings before we are humans. And for those who don't believe that, when your end comes, I guess you will know, because maybe, you know, I've had a near-death experience, but I haven't fully died and came back, and this is me again. Booyah. And you're not, no, it's not like that, you know. I didn't die. I have had out-of-body experiences, which allowed me to realize there is life after this body. But some of you can also, without having out-of-body experiences, you may have heard voices or seen actual people. Spirit beings come to you. Like I said, it's your own experience that you know for yourself. Like I said, the only people who can relate to your experiences are those who have had those experiences. Even those people dealing with supernatural powers. You know, again, when you live long enough and you've been in tune long enough with spirit, you know, how do you stay attuned to spirit? Is different for everyone. You know, I don't want to be like a lot of these other YouTubers and say, well, you know, when you buy your crystals and stuff, and, you know, I do know one or two of them is meditation. And I don't mean you have to sit in one space and close your eyes and do all of that, you know what I'm saying? Meditation is different for everyone. That's why I don't want to tell each and every person how to meditate, because some of you are meditating and don't even realize you're in meditation when you decide you want to take walks and nothing outside of yourself is distracting you and your mind is gone somewhere else. You're not even in your body, but you're able to walk and meditate. You're able to lie down and meditate, sit up and meditate, you know, listen to some music and meditate. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are able to sit in a boat, you know, go swimming and meditate, you know, however you meditate. Some of you are able to look in a bowl of water and meditate. You know, some of y'all meditate sitting in the tub, taking a shower. However you meditate, you meditate. That's how you attune yourself back within with your real self that I just said, your spirit or your authentic self. Because we know, and if you pay attention, this body was not created to live forever. Yet you live forever because your conscious self is that spirit being that is giving life to this ship, this vessel, this temple. So that's why I say it is best to be in tune with your spirituality throughout your life, from the time you're born, to stay tapped in, because it strengthens the spirit even in the physical realm. Because so many things are happening in the spirit dimension that you don't even see. And if you don't understand and listen to your intuition on what to do for you to protect you from unseen things, for those who cannot see, you might can feel something suspicious or uncomfortable, some energies, vibrations, frequencies. You know, yes, we're like radio stations, just like in the spirit can communicate or let you know that they're there just by messing with your electrical appliances or electricity in the home. Or it could be you. You could be vibrating on such a high frequency that the energy that you're giving off is, your spiritual energy that you're giving off is tampering with the electricity in your home. So many ways you can stay tuned in. And again, I go back to say it is best to really be awake or wake yourself up some kind of way, because there are unseen forces that are trying to take over you, your mind, your emotions for their own agenda. What's that agenda, Anita? I just know there's an agenda. And if you're not aware there's an agenda, then you don't need to ask me. You might need to start doing something to tune yourself in so you can wake up to the common sense of things. Another way to stay in tune is prayer. Now, a lot of people don't like to pray because they feel like that's taking up too much of their time, just like they don't like to meditate because it's taking up too much of their time. But let me fill you in on a secret about prayer. Just like you talk to other people. It's just a way of communication. You talking. And if you don't feel comfortable with having these talks with the spirit realm, from those things that you sense are around you, then you can do it in private. Do it in private. Talk about some of the things you need help with. Some of your goals with the spirit realm. Stuff. Ask for protection. Most importantly, or is it like this? Most importantly, let me do my own little thing, my own little quotes by my head. Do your own little thing, how you do it. I'm not here to tell you to be like me. I just want you to be you. I'm just kind of like giving you some ideas of an awareness so you can realize it within yourself, your own creativity. You are a co-creator. You can create life. For men, you partake in creating life, just like women partake. I know we women, I don't know, some of y'all may not remember that power, how you can impregnate yourself, but my sisters, I love y'all, my sisters, white, Asian, black, blue, green, purple, pink, all y'all colors. You cannot create a child in this day and time. I haven't seen it done since my life, but if it's been done, somebody please come forward and show me the receipts and a video of it happening from the beginning to the end, how this woman impregnated herself. Not to say it can't be done, I just said I haven't seen it. Make me aware, okay? So then I can be like, let me retract that statement in this video called The Next Talk, because I made a mistake. But again, my sisters, I love y'all, but we're co-creating. It takes a man to spit his germaphobe into your germaphobe holder through your heavenly gates, his key to open up your heavenly gates, if that's the key you want. You know what I'm saying? And what you do is, so you're more like the nest. Once it hits that egg, you know what I'm saying? Once it's germaphobe hits that egg, you're more like the nurturer. And you nurture that being. You know what I'm saying? It takes either one of his X or Y chromosome to meet up with one of your, did I say one? With your X chromosome. Now, I don't want to even get into this about who's a woman and who's a man and who's a female and who's a male, but let me just say, archaeologists who's out there, you know what I'm saying, who study bones and rocks and mud and grass and trees and all that stuff. If you're a man calling you a woman or a woman calling you a man, when they go and look, dig up your bones, and they break them bones down into DNA, they can tell that way that was a female or male. But they cannot get your skull and examine the thoughts of what you thought you were. So the majority, before all of this other stuff came along, all these other labels came along, everybody knew left from right. You know what I'm saying? Because the agenda, one part of the agenda is to confuse you, to make you feel stupid. Because just remember, during slavery, when they had a lot of these black people enslaved, and don't be ashamed because I'm talking about it for those who feel like their ancestors enslaved somebody. Even though you are your ancestors, but you are part of those the ancestry trait that can make a change and do better by your ancestry bloodline. But yeah, so during slavery, when children were taken from their parents and how this other stuff was forced upon our ancestors, And our ancestors, when the children were taken away and they were schooled the way they want them to be schooled, and then they started having children and teaching their children all this stuff that really didn't come from who they truly were, their parents were in their life to teach them. And then even the dysfunction of this world, okay? And this is why y'all thinking and doing and not taking responsibility for who you are, not realizing and knowing who you truly are as spirit beings, because of what you are allowing into your own mental and emotional vessels. And even into your physical vessel, because a lot of y'all, we eating this mess over here in America. They put sugar in everything. You wonder why now diabetes is on the rise and all this other stuff is on the rise, because we have no control of the food, and we got to go through the FDA to get stuff approved to even be able to say that we can eat it. And, because there came a time where, our ancestors was living long periods of time and healthy lives because they was living off the land and they was getting the seeds from whatever the stuff they planted and didn't have to worry about all this other mess. But yeah, so this is why it's important. It's important to be in tune with you and your ancestors. Because just because the news of who you are isn't on the news, just know you're like a radio station with frequency. If you tune in, you'll get the message. Just make sure you're tuned in to the right station so you don't get any kind of downloads. You know what I'm talking about? So now, you're like, Anita, well, how do I stay awake? How do I stay in tune? Ask yourself that question, because the answers are within. They're within you. But remember, what you put in this physical body breaks down, okay? And it travels throughout your body. So you got to be careful what you're putting into your body so you can stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Wise, keyword. So no one can put nothing over you. And pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that guide you. If you don't realize it the first time, whoever your spiritual guides are, the fact that you feel you are ready to stay in tune with your spirit, you will be protected, especially if you're asking for protection, because you want to know who you are as a spirit being, and not just spirit, but you want to understand while you're here in the physical being, how is it that you connect with ancestors on your bloodline from before, who was here before you, so you can understand and understand a part of your mission in life and how you can correct what went wrong in your bloodline. Okay, in your other life. Now that's when we get into spirit bloodline. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't, then don't ask me. I'll talk about it later. But yeah, there are many ways. Because I mean, let me just say this. Sometimes you'll be in conversation or overhear certain things or tune into something somewhere. You know, you'll be guided to that when your spirit guides, your ancestors, the spirit realm who are helping you and guiding you and protecting you. They will lead you to certain people, places, and things, and you will hear something that sets right with your heart, that intuitively is pulling your heart, like, wait, ooh, that right there, so I can relate to that. My heart feel that, I feel that, yeah, I feel it, I dig it. No, I don't know if I want to dig it, but I feel it, yeah, I feel it. That's when you know, that information is for you. That's when it's for you, because you can relate to that. Something in your soul, even if you've never heard it before, something in your soul is telling you something is right about this. I wonder why I didn't think like this before. I wonder why I didn't hear this before. I wonder why my parents didn't teach me, or my guardians and teachers didn't teach me this stuff. Just know that your parents, teachers, and influencers can't teach you everything. Some things you have to learn on your own. Your parents are there to guide you and be responsible for nurturing you to a certain age and teach you certain do's and don'ts of this physical existence. And then after that, you have to learn on your own, because what parent can remember to teach you everything? I mean, like, what everything can happen in your life around your childhood that they may not have experienced, because the world is changing constantly. So what your parents was doing back in their childhood and up until their adulthood may not be the same in what you're going to learn and what you're going to experience or come to know. You may end up knowing a little more than your parents because they haven't experienced it all, or even your teacher. Because even lesson plans should change too with the times, because this world is constantly evolving. It's not going to stay the same. We're not living in the dinosaur ages, you know what I'm saying? We're not living during the time where people was living off the, we used to, some people were living off the land, but not many people remember how to do that. That's not in tune with that. Some people have to learn that. But let me tell y'all, some people who, people of melanin, just know, never tell yourself, I don't know, or I can't, because it's already coded in your DNA. I can, I will, I am. Okay. And for anybody else who are melanin recessive, you can learn it too. I don't want to come off as aces, but you know what I'm saying? We as people of melanin are not that. But I'm here to tell you, y'all can do these things too, because y'all been doing it anyway. So don't look at me and be like, oh, she's only saying that people with melanin can do it. Well, sure. I got to look out for my own, just like y'all look out for y'all own. I got to make them feel good about themselves. But I can make y'all feel good about yourself, because y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing it this long. Even a lot of y'all have been doing it to the point y'all been manipulative to make a lot of people of melanin not realize their power. And maybe you need to realize your power, people of melanin. And once you realize your power, then the Most High can step in as one. Because we are all a part of the one, having different separate experiences, yet all as one, because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a team to create the dream. So if anybody outside of the melanin structure gets offended, maybe you're feeling some type of guilt, blame, or shame. But if you don't feel guilt, blame, or shame, then I'm not talking to you. But stay woke. So again, I just go back to just, cover some things, pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities around you that's trying to guide you, especially if you keep seeing them. Hint. How many hints a person got to give you without telling you the whole details of the truth? Some things aren't meant for everybody to catch on. It's just for you. That's why you're seeing them. And if you keep ignoring them, you won't get them no more. And then you'll just be closed off and just live a regular schmegular old life with no purpose, doing the same old things day in and day out, bored as heck and ready to die because you're bored with life. life is about it's supposed to be an adventure. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Get them lessons and I just learned something. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I just realized because, as spirit beings, when we come into this flesh, we forget where we came from. We forget that we came from the spirit world. We're not going to remember that. A lot of people can't remember when they came out their mama womb. They don't remember what that's like. Some of them can, some of them remember while they in the womb. And it has, and some of the y'all who watching can say a man, a woman. Life is an adventure. This is another adventure. And for those who trying to live forever and ever within this adventure, I'm like, dang, haven't you got you done got the degree, the master, bachelor's, the master's, the doctorate, the PhD, the DD, the TMT, the ID, the CD. Like, come on now, what other adventures you want to leave this world and go off and experience other than this world? Just see it as a place where it's time to graduate. You don't got all them darn degrees. How many more degrees you gonna live here to get before you get it going? It's not about death, dying. Don't know about it. Some of my melanated people, raise your hand because but those who know. I'm not talking about those who want to be something more than they are not. But if you know, we don't die. We pass on. Because we know it's a graduation. It's a celebration. We leaving this title where I'm tired. I done got what I need. I'm about to head on about this way right here. Let me see, what's my next adventure? They call him the angel of death. Instead of calling him the angel of death, call them by their name. Our spiritual medulla. Or not. What them people call that help the babies be born? Well, hey, transformation doctor. Help me transform from this world to the next so I can get it on and popping. Let me prepare my soul to go on to the next so I can get it twerking and working. You know what I'm talking about? So I just want y'all to know, I am not here to make you think like me. I'm just giving y'all some ideas and stuff, throwing some stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I know some of y'all are tired of doing what the Joneses are doing. You're tired of seeing the same old trends pop in every 10 years, every decade. It's the same old trend, back to back. And to the point where some of y'all done ran out of stories to tell and lies to tell. You know what I'm talking about? All right, my folks, 10 folks. Did I do that? Anyway, it's time to get it poppin'. It's time to get it poppin', y'all. It's time to enjoy this life. Stop feeling guilty about doing things that you know you want to do. And you feel like when you get to a certain point, like you be like, dang, man, well, I should have did that, man. I got all caught up in the religion and stuff, and now I know, and then you get to old age, and darn, I should have did me some backward flips when I knew I could do it. Regretting life because you didn't take advantage of it. And what about the unhealthy stuff? And can I do some of that unhealthy stuff? As long as you know how to get yourself back healthy. When you really want to enjoy life, I'm like, hey, it really depends on you how soon you're ready to cross over to start your new adventure. Because I'm not the one to tell you what not to do and what to do. I'm just sharing some of my experiences and stuff that I know. You may not even do any of the stuff I talked about right here. None of my experiences. It be nothing like yours. But just make sure when you're learning your lessons and enjoying your life, keep in mind that you are doing it in a sense that you're enjoying it for you. You're not trying to hurt nobody. You're not doing any of that stuff. And also too, you gotta really get out of that mindset of trying to think like you got power over somebody else's body, mind, soul because you want them or because you want to control them. Control your dang self, man. Shoot. Greetings. My name is AnitaYarbrough, your leading holistic healing life coach and counselor. First, as I begin, I would like you to know that I have a tell it like it is style, in which I expose dysfunctions by bringing the truth of daily problems to the forefront. This problem-solving methodology that offers a literal learning buffet of critical thinking skills. This allows the client to pick and choose a strategy that works best for their industry or given situation and guarantees a higher level of commitment to attack their goals. Your investment in me will pay off right away by making it easier for you to achieve a better home life or workplace performance results and clarify objectives of your goals, unleashing a newfound focus. Your vision, mission, and/or purpose will become clear by implementing my signature programs, leadership transformations that align purpose now more than ever. My first program is self-authentication-based leadership. This paradigm-shifting and methodology-based program is designed to share life experiences and assert your self-authenticating willpower. In this program, you will learn the importance of healing to help lead the way with the new age mindset that promotes creative holistic living for unlocking your purpose. Transform and align with your purpose in any area you choose. Approach your tasks and/or activities with courage and confidence. Feel free to accept the real you without judgment from yourself and others. Learn to accept uncontrollable circumstances. Let go of the past and activate a new you. Overcome blockages on your way towards your newfound freedom after attending this life-changing presentation. Next, my lifestyle-based leadership program. This life-building and knowledgeable-based program is designed to help you succeed in the next phase of transformational growth to enhance your development. In this session, you will learn how to tap into multi-level resources following the step-by-step processes that open your eyes to new systems, achieve greater results, and supercharge your mission, forecasting future success. You will come to understand how to self-groom your life inside and out, inspire others, become efficient, and improve functionality after this enlightening presentation. Then we have communication-based leadership. This mind-enriching session will teach you how to express and communicate your thoughts and emotions. Demonstrate many ways to communicate to your subconscious mind to gain control of your life. The strategies in this portion of the program will fine-tune your communication skills with your childlike mind by using your imagination to promote healing and confidence to better express yourself. Learn how to analyze the communication style of others, which better helps with understanding. After this presentation, you will be able to achieve a life of mastery that is limitless. And last, my community-based leadership program. This approach into the community dynamics will alter your reality to identify patterns in situations and know when to seek solutions. Actively engage in your environment or community without judgment from others and or negative self-talk. Learn tactics to manifest and maintain a more desirable environment or community. Understanding yourself enable manifestations for your ideal environment or community, which influences and become impressionable to others. Before this presentation ends, it will empower your every move. Now, I want to thank you for taking time out and allowing me to share with you my most powerful life-changing approaches. Again, I am AnitaYarbrough, your leading holistic life coach and counselor.